Welcome to step 7. Now, my own personal inventory uncovered a boatload of character defects. Anger, pride, and impatience ranked among the top of the wreckage of my past. I had to make a change if I wanted my life to get better. For instance, before working step 7, I'm driving along, stuck in the usual LA traffic. I have places to go, people to see. I'm a very important person. And as such, my angst is high and my patience is low. It's at this point that I get cut off by another driver. Well, how dare he? Clearly he doesn't know who he just messed with. Someone needs to teach this jerk a lesson, and that person is me. Pride. The anger kicks in, and I swing my car around and run him off the road and into the center rail. Aren't I grand? I just taught this total stranger a valuable life lesson, right? Wrong. Instead, I quickly came to the realization that someone may have taken down my license plate number. So I spent the next 2 weeks looking over my shoulder, breaking out in a cold sweat at the sight of every cop car. I was also doomed to drive that same stretch of road every day, worrying that I would meet that driver again, resulting in yet another confrontation. I replayed the event over and over and over in my head. I was totally consumed. So what did I accomplish? Did my victim drive home from the body shop, step into his house and proclaim, "I have learned my lesson. From this day forward, I vow to show consideration to my fellow drivers"? Yeah, not likely. I did, however, succeed in allowing this guy to lease some major space in my head. Impatience led to pride, pride led to anger, anger led to acting out led to weeks of apprehension and fear. I have a million of these stories, and none of them end well. Then I worked the 7th step. I asked God to remove my defects of pride, anger, and impatience. The impatience defect worried me a bit because I understood that God doesn't grant patience, He teaches it, which meant I knew He'd be sending people to test my patience, which He did in spades. Fortunately, He'll never give us anything we can't handle, which He didn't. Point is, my higher power didn't wave a magic wand and remove my defects. I really had to want it and work for it. And that, my friends, is what step 7's about. We become aware of our instincts and make a conscious decision to change a lifetime of learned behaviors in order to positively affect our own lives and the lives of those around us. Now, it won't happen magically overnight. With the help of your higher power, you have to work on changing old behaviors. Okay, time for some step work. Go ahead and take out a piece of paper. Got it? Okay, answer these questions as honestly and openly as possible. How has God helped you in your recovery so far? What fears come to mind when you think of trusting your higher power with your future? Write down a few instances in your life where you made some bad choices. What could you have done differently in each of those circumstances to have had a better outcome? Now again, take a look at some of the attached step work for further reflection. Okay, it's that time. Time to recite the prayer for step 7 and ask God to remove these defects. You ready? Why don't you pray with me? My Creator, I am willing that you should have all of me, good and bad. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character that stands in the way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Grant me strength as I go out from here to do your bidding. Amen. Now remember, it's up to us to work on changing ourselves, but we can't do it alone. We need the help of a higher power. We place ourselves into a position of readiness, and God works with us to effect the change. Because in the long run, we're the only ones who suffer from our own character defects. Once these defects are removed, we've completed the process of making peace with ourselves. Now on to making peace with others. See you in step 8.